Jackson was even talking about this shit.
Would you like to give me? Would you want me to give you the videos and show you all the clips of what happened?
Or tell me what he said.
I mean, because I can't quote what he said.
Just paraphrase it.
I mean,
why would he be talking? He's a pop star with millions of dollars. Why would he be talking about this shit? Why would he even give a fuck?
Okay,
the kind of life he lives. Why would he even give a fuck about
with interviews, he was being interviewed by this one person on NBC, and he was being talked about like, oh, well, how are your album sales doing? He's like, oh, they're selling millions around the world, and he's like, oh, don't you think it's kind of weird how it's not that big in the U.S.? And he's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it right now. And he came out saying it's conspiracy. Now, I'm not making no A and B assumption.
Wait. Hold on a second. Do you remember when do you remember what happened when he came out with the Invincible album in 2002?
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't go all that much into it, but I mean, I remember
that's what he was talking about. He's talked about that a million times before. Just because that particular interview he didn't say it. He didn't want to get into it because it causes a lot of controversy. The Invisible album wasn't promoted that much by the person who was distributing the CD, and Michael Jackson and Al Sharpton all got there. He accused him of being racist and not promoting his album enough. That's what he was talking about. It wasn't some big Illuminati New World Order conspiracy. That is what he was talking about. See, now that you mentioned that, I mean that just totally contradicts what you're saying. I'm sorry. I mean you.
About it for a minute. Does it even make any sense for Michael Jackson to have anything to do with the Illuminati? If you really think about it, I mean, you sound like a smart person. Just really think about it. Michael Jackson. Why would he give a fuck about the Illuminati? I mean, why would his life is already he's already. I mean,
he's a billionaire.
He's older. He's got kids. I mean, why would he even have anything to do? Why would they kill him? Why now, anyways? He's not even.
Well, yeah. Why now? Why wouldn't they kill him 15 years ago?
I mean, if you
want for a long time.
If you want me to get into what I had studied about the Illuminati, I'm glad to throw that to you. I mean, if it's any relevant to what we're talking about, I mean, I'll throw it down.
There's one thing that I want from this conversation is just for you to understand that this shit kind of just sounds ridiculous. And see where we're coming from. To see.
Oh no, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. It gets ridiculous. And
you don't kind of really think about it hard and think this shit does sound kind of stupid.
I mean,
you're even there. Ever said that to yourself?
What was that?
Have you ever actually thought that or said that to yourself? This shit actually does sound kind of ridiculous.
Well, I have numerous times when I've studied this. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. This is they expose themselves too much to the point where it's like, oh, it can't be so secret. But it's almost like reverse psychology. They like to go ahead and they pick at you and say, oh, they show all the signs and everything, so you think, oh, this cannot be really true. But it's just only clever tactics to show you that it's like...
So then we can't... Wait, hold on. Then we can't win with you then, because if it's too secret, then you're going to say, see, they're trying to keep it secret. But if it's out there in the open, you could say, hey, they're just doing this as a tactic. So it's like... It's like no matter what someone could say, you could always go back on one of those two contradictory things. One minute you say there's some ultra secret society, the next minute you're saying that they're leaking their own stuff out. That's just a total contradiction. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm not saying there's a win or lose battle between us.
But according to you, it is though. According to you, it is a win or lose battle because one of these groups is really ultra evil, this ultraism of evilness, this overarching evil, and the other group is this overarching good. So it is a win or lose battle. I mean, come on, John, this is stupid.
I mean, this is what I had to give to you because I thought, hey, you probably would know more about this than I do. But at the same time, it's like I thought I would just put my own opinions out there and throw it to you. And see,
John, listen, I know these conspiracy theories sound fun and exciting, and they do. If they really existed. No, listen to me. I've been in your shoes before. When I was about 16, I really was kind of into the Illuminati and the conspiracy theories. And
it wasn't crazy shit.
What do you say?
I can say you were into some crazy shit back then.
Yeah, I was. But, once you get to read more, that's why most people who talk about this Illuminati stuff, beside the Alex Jones, and I don't even believe Alex Jones really believes it. He just gets an audience out of it. Just like I don't believe a lot of those big-name pastors out there really believe in that shit. They just get a lot of audience, and they prey on the credulous and then naive people. Same thing with Alex Jones. But have you ever noticed, and I certainly have, most of the people who talk about this Illuminati stuff are usually middle school or high school kids. Have you ever noticed that?
I have, and they only bring, like, small evidence.
Exactly. Because you know what? That's really what it is. It's kind of a gateway little kids theory, and I like it. It's better than talking to jingoists who believe that everything this country does is good. I mean, I prefer you as opposed to someone who thinks that America's just never does wrong and is just the best country in the world and blah, 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 blah. So I'm glad, and I congratulate you for getting a gateway into rebelling against how the United States government works. But it's just too simplistic and too lazy, the stuff you're saying. The Illuminati stuff and the conspiracy theories and all that stuff, it's just so lazy. Let me ask you this question. You probably think that John F. Kennedy was killed by a conspiracy, don't you?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to go on this because, I mean, that's one of the things that was, like, mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. Alex Jones he doesn't know what, history is not his forte.
Well, let me
was
go
killed by a conspiracy. But I really, I kind of went on a rant, and I apologize, but I really want to get back to what Andre was saying, the other guy on the phone. Even a flimsy case.
Makes more sense to me. You know?
Okay.
What's
the
that,
drugs
Dre?
make more sense than Illuminati killing him.
What did you say, Dre?
Think about him, the drugs killing him.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't get why you don't believe that. That makes perfect sense. Michael Jackson was under a lot of stress because of all those stupid fucking pedophile charges that were against him. And
let me ask you a question. Do you believe that do you believe he was a child molester?
No way.
Okay, cool. Then we're on the same page.
No, I don't. I don't think he was a child molester at all. I've always denied that. But I just think that his death is about overdosing of drugs. I mean, come on, it happens a lot with celebrities. I mean, unless you're just going to say every single celebrity that overdosed was a conspiracy. I mean, John, seriously, what's so odd about Michael Jackson, of all people, dying because he took a lot of drugs? What's so weird about that? That sounds like perfectly, especially when you compare it to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You get what you get what I'm saying, though? You get where I'm coming from?
Well, I got what I'm saying. I was going to go back to what
makes more sense in your mind. What's more reasonable and what's...
Well, I was going to actually go back to what you were saying about Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Because we both know that he does it all for the ratings and everything. And I'm going to say that was the only kind of example that I wanted to bring to you. Other than that, I think Alex Jones is a bitch.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that to you to kind of give like a kind of, instead of me just coming out and saying, oh, you're wrong, Anton, I know that the Illuminati exist, and I just keep ranting on about it and give it to you, I thought I would give you some kind of examples or some kind of fun is to just,
well, good, I appreciate it.
Me being on the phone giving you some kind of argument that doesn't really need to be going on in the first place.
Yeah, I understand.
I thought I would give something like that to the table. Now, as far as, like, Michael Jackson and how, it could be kind of a stupid thing, how he could be killed by these come up, like, conspiracy or secret society. I mean, it's more believable to believe it on drugs. I'm just taking what you're saying and quoting it in my head and then going ahead and giving you my response.
You're right.
And, I mean, now thinking about it, now I understand what you're saying because it's like, it's more possible for him to have been, stressed out for his London tour and the whole This Is It thing. And, I mean, I understand that. It's just,
you got to add it up in your mind and says what makes more sense.
I mean,
you don't have proof either. If you went there, you didn't see.
I'm not saying
part of Illuminati, and you didn't see him die.
I mean, I'm not saying I never saw him.
You don't have proof of either of him dying from Illuminati or him dying from drugs. You don't have proof of either, so you got to go add shit up in your head from what you hear and say which one makes more sense.
Because I was also going to throw something out there too about. I mean, even his crazy ass sister said he got murdered, but then that's something that could just be
murdered by the doctors, maybe.
Never know.
Yeah, by the yeah, she was talking about Conrad. What's his name? The guy Murray Conrad or whatever, or Conrad Murray. That he was killed by. That's who killed.
Yeah, there are a lot of dumb doctors out there giving.
Yeah.
I've seen that shit firsthand about how.
Yeah, Andre knows that stuff firsthand about how stupid fucking doctors could be.
That was sick for a while.
Yeah. To go on that, Andre, because I know you're listening, yeah, I know how doctors can be, because everyone's talking about the 7-day theory, and how people are saying, oh, the doctors made a mistake, his weight is so huge, and how Tupac...
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched your video.